have that. And people will abide by that. Even 1-day test. People will abide by that if you're willing to pay for it.
Like day of?
Well, you can't have day of because the
Okay.
blood and urine sample has to be sent in and we have to get the test back. I mean, it
Right,
goes to a
right,
lab
yep.
and all of that, but we would get it back within 24 hours. And depending on the city that you're in. So if you're in a major city, then yes,
Yeah.
that's possible. But if you're in, you know, wherever out in BFE, maybe 2 days. Anyway, but yeah, so very regulated in that aspect, and we're tested for many more things now rather than something being separated from 6 months or once a year. It's every single time. It's not an option to skip one or the other. It's every single thing is tested every single time. And what's interesting is I just took one of my girlfriends to get tested in Dallas that was visiting, and now they have just added mouth swabs and even rectal swabs. So because there are things that even though you're getting your blood taken, it's possible that they wouldn't show up. So technically it's more accurate if you have both to go off of. So we are constantly evolving and trying to make it safer and safer. That was literally 3 days ago. 3 days ago, they just added that in from 2 weeks ago when I last got tested. That wasn't there 2 weeks ago, but that just goes to show you how much they are trying to make it safer and the tests stronger and stronger. So we are very regulated, and it's all in a database. You can't Photoshop it. You know, now we don't even have to show up with a physical test. You actually have to have a login, and you have a green light or a red light. If you have a red light, you're not told why that person has a red light, but you just know you can't work with them. You know, and that's kind of more HIPAA laws.
Which again, and this all comes back to the fact that the industry is legal.
Yes.
And I think that gets missed when people want to label things as exploitative, but everything's above board and legal. There are some things that are not legal in our country, and because they're not legal, they're not subjected to the same kind of testing and regulation and law. So it's amazing that some people can say you're being exploited without having any idea of the regulations and laws. And by the way, you know them all off the top of your head. You know the times. I say same-day testing, and you explain to me scientifically why you can't get that done. So, like, you know everything.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
I just want to flip this, because if we're talking about exploitation and someone being taken advantage of, whether it's legally, whether it's their brand, their appearance, whatever it is, I just want to try this on for size. A child that is doing commercials or a movie for Gerber or a diaper rash cream, they may find that completely embarrassing when they get older that they were in a commercial for a diaper rash cream. They are going based on what their parents says is okay. Couldn't we all have a different perspective on some people could call that exploitation just as much as we are calling, say, some people may think I'm being exploited?
I'll say this. There are professional athletes right now in pro football who are dealing with CTE after playing professional football for years. Now they have brain damage from that. Were they not exploited for their athletic gifts and their future health?
Wow, and I didn't even think about that. Exactly. That's such a good point. So this can go across so many different facets of so many different industries, and at some level, people as adults have to take accountability for the industries that they are getting involved in. If it is not sex trafficking and they're not being held against their will, which I've never seen happen in the porn industry. I'm not saying it never has. In my experience of 11 years, I have never seen somebody sex trafficked in my industry. So if you're not being held against your will and you are going into an industry and you are living the life in it and you are relishing in all of the luxuries that that industry provides for you, it's kind of your accountability and responsibility to do your homework and double check, hire attorneys, hire coaches, hire mentors, hire somebody and double check what everybody's telling you.
Personal responsibility seems to be something we're missing in 2017, and I think you hit the nail on the head there. Rachel Starr, adult entertainer, adult film star, thank you for taking some time to talk to us this afternoon.
Thank you so much.